Morris straight back to pass. Looking. Now stops, throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, loses the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way, and he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety.
Danny Smith, the special teams coach, is showing a full bag of tricks this year. Yeah, do it again. Why not?
Why not?
And they'll send Gano in motion. And Smith, with the rush, will put it up. What in the wide world was that? Bruce Johnson with the interception. This is embarrassing. Johnson to the 40. Johnson to midfield. And taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And listen to this Christmas greeting.
I've never seen that day. I hope I never see it again, Jaws.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
They say it all.
Well, watch the shift. The guys are going to shift to the left again. And I think Hunter Smith is looking over here to see the deployment. Obviously, they have a number of guys in here, so he motions the kicker out. How about that protection? They don't even protect for their kickers here in the first half. I have never seen that play when you have a chance to get something on the board before the half.
Hey, we said the Giants can't let anybody behind them. They had 6 guys waiting there.
And that's something they'll have to address in the future. Right now they're trying to get by, but you have to be able to stop the run in this league to win games.
Third down. Middle of the field, in and out of the hands of Brown. Intercepted. That's James Butler. He's in the end zone. Now, wait a minute. That's a safety because he intercepted it outside of the end zone, took it into the end zone with his own momentum, and it's a safety.
Practice all those throws. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now we've got, on a 4th down and 3, you got Griff Whalen ready to take the snap. He'll snap it. Actually, Colt Anderson is behind him. And what in the world? Flag is down. You tell me.
I thought maybe they were going to try and get him to jump off sides.
Illegal formation. The whole right side of the line was not on the line of scrimmage. Offense. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is first down for New England.
There is absolutely no way possible that they should have snapped that ball and tried to sneak it. There were 3, 4, 5 guys around 2 players. That was insane. I mean, you got a guy on either side of him. What are you doing here? I mean, they don't even try to run a play. We've seen a lot of bizarre stuff. I've never seen anything more bizarre than that.
With 28 seconds to play, the Falcons had one final chance at victory. But somehow a 10-yard field goal attempt by Bill Bell did not get through the uprights, and New England had their first miracle of 1972, 21-20.
Pierre-Paul was driving. It's Rogers Cromartie with the interception. That may have slammed the door. Keenum has thrown his 4th pick today.
Total miscommunication. You saw Keenum give a signal to Quick. Keenum saw the blitz coming, so he's going to throw the ball to the one-on-one coverage. Quick decides not to run the fly pattern, and this is like Cromartie. Rogers Cromartie could have called for a fair catch on this ball.
The Saints have not scored on their opening drive all season long, and now 3rd and 10. Brooks in trouble and throws it backwards. This is a live ball. Back there to pick it up is Deuce McAllister, still on his feet and tackled all the way back at the 21-yard line. What in the world happened there?
What a mental error by Aaron Brooks. He feels a lot of pressure and he just turns and throws the ball backwards. And the thing is, it was a lineman back there. It wasn't even a running back. You can see he's going to feel a lot of pressure here. He's just going to turn around and throw the ball. think it's Wayne Gandy right there, and he's like, who are you throwing it to? And heads up play by Deuce McAllister to go back and get on that ball because that's a live ball. That's a lateral.
To find the worst punt of the year. Even Ted Gregory would be amused at this. Ruben Rodriguez in the wind at Candlestick Park. Didn't even get it to the line of scrimmage. Couldn't even down it himself. -4 yards on the punt. Almost an immediate touchback. I don't even know what they would rule on that. What's wrong with this picture?
The big-time players need to help this guy out. Roy Williams, Calvin Johnson, two of their biggest players.
3rd and 10. Here comes Jared Allen, and he's out of bounds. Poor guy. I don't even know if he realized it. And that's a safety.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field. Tough situation, but you just can't do that. You have to realize, and you can see him, he didn't even know he was out of bounds. Tough situation for a young quarterback, but you always got to be aware, Ron, of the situation where you are.
In 1952, Wilfred White made dubious history.
Now get set for a play you'll probably never see again. The Bears' Whizzer White, while attempting to pass, spots the Rams about to close in, so backward he goes. With 3 Rams breathing hard on his heels, White sprints goalward, but in the wrong direction. For 51 yards, White hit the backward trail. Then, to top it all off, he gets hit and fumbles.
The biggest loss ever. Perhaps it's best swept under the rug. But a year later, in 1953, Detroit's Bob Hunchy Hornschmeyer.
That's hindsight. And unfortunately for the Raiders, it'll be Matt McGloin as their quarterback. That one bounces, and no one on the Bills goes to get it. Now Gillislee tracks it down in the end zone.
You can't let it go.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
What are the Bills doing? Doug Middleton falls on it for the Jets. Probably the easiest touchdown he'll ever have.
That's just a kind of a traditional onside kick right there, right? That's the way you draw it up.
Yeah, there's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for it. They tried to get to salvage something by letting the ball bounce into the end zone and then mishandle it once it got there. You got to tip your hat to the Jets. They hustled to get down there. That's a long run to get there before somebody can fall on a loose ball. The Jets did it.
God, yeah, I mean,
you got to just talk. I mean, there's no excuse for not having somebody field a kick that lands on the 10 or thereabouts.
And the Rams at 2-2, and we're underway in Anaheim. Coming down to the far side and fumbled into the end zone and fallen on by one of the Giants, and that is a touchdown. He touched the ball in the field of play, did A.J. Jones. Let it go into the end zone, and the Giants fell on it for a touchdown.
Years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve Gregory, who's had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown.
I've never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out. Now, he may have been on the ground.
And that's huge on the year. Again, remember that these Detroit Lions, where they're coming from, they're just 2 seasons removed from 0-16 season.
That ball, did he bring that back from over the goal line? No. They're going to talk about it. There's not been a signal, an official signal given yet for a touchback. I'm not so sure this is not going to be a safety.
If that ball rolled outside and then came back, that may be exactly what happened.
Walt Coleman, our referee today. Boy, you get a look at how valuable a backup return man can be. Pat Lee today for...
The ball came completely out of the end zone. The receiver pulled it back into the end zone. Safety.
There it is. Talked about Randall Cobb acted today. So Pat Lee is badly mishandled the first 2 kickoffs in this game. There it is. Brought it back in from just outside the goal line. And that is 2 points for Detroit to make it A 9-0 lead, and the Lions are going to get the ball back.
Illegal contact penalties from last year, and then just in the preseason, the numbers staggering. But it's a fresh set of downs on the penalty. Ball comes out of McCown's hands, and then he throws it. It's intercepted by Roman Harper. Another Panthers takeaway.
You don't know what to say here about the veteran quarterback who Coach Lovie Smith brought in for his maturity and his experience. This is just a bad decision, leads to his second interception.
Slant this time, he gets his man, he breaks free, he's going to score! That's Duckworth, he's to the 15, the 10, the 5, he lost the ball! He lost the ball! Richardson recovers! The Bears get it back! He looked like he just gave it up! He flipped it right over his shoulder! I thought he was laterally the ball! I don't know what he was doing!